Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. The only sure way to avoid making mistakes is to have no new ideas. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. The only way to escape the corruptible effect of praise is to go on working. God does not play dice with the universe. The only real valuable thing is intuition. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. The secret to creativity is knowing how to hide your sources. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Setting an example is not the main means of influencing others. It is the only means. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. A man should look for what is, and not for what he thinks should be. Most people say that it is the intellect which makes a great scientist. They are wrong. It is character. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. The eternal mystery of the world is its comprehensibility. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he is able to receive. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. The only thing you absolutely have to know is the location of the library. We still do not know 1,000% of what nature has revealed to us. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. The only way to escape the corruptible effect of praise is to go on working. We should take care not to make the intellect our God. It has, of course, powerful muscles, but no personality. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Imagination is the highest form of research. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. The environment is everything that isn't me. The world is not dangerous because of those who do harm, but because of those who look at it without doing anything. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. The only real valuable thing is intuition. Life is like a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. Peace is not merely a distant goal that we seek, but a means by which we arrive at that goal. A question that sometimes drives me hazy: am I or are the others crazy? The hardest thing in the world to understand is the income tax. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is comprehensible. The intuitive mind is a sacred gift and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. Intellectuals solve problems. Geniuses prevent them. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. We cannot solve problems using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Logic will get you from A to Z. Imagination will get you everywhere. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them.